Today is Tuesday, March the 10th of 2020. My name is Stacy Adger, and I'm interviewing Violet Clark at her residence in Warren for the Voices of Trumbull County Oral History Project. And Violet, thank you for agreeing to participate in this endeavor.
Okay.
And I did want to start off by asking you, when and where were you born?
Midland, Pennsylvania.
Mi-
August the 9th, 1922.
okay. And what brought you and your family here to Warren?
Republic Steel.
Okay, your dad worked at Republic? Okay. What were some of your earliest childhood memories of the area that you grew up? What area did your family grow up in?
Lewisburg.
Oh, Levittsburg, further up. Okay. Okay, what was that like? What was living in Levittsburg like?
Well, I guess it was all right with me 'cause I fight all the time. Uh, uh, it was mostly a white community, Italians, and they weren't real prejudiced. The people who come from Warren was prejudiced.
Okay, the people that came from Warren were
Yeah,
prejudiced?
a lot of people moved from Warren to Lewisburg,
Okay.
and they were prejudiced with the ones that stayed there. We went in and out of each other's house and everything.
Okay, and at that time it was a larger Italian population.
Larger,
Italian population up in Levittsburg?
well, there was a large Italian.
Okay. Okay. So some of the people in the neighborhood you interacted with, you played with, you grew up with, and that type of thing. Okay.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. It was only 6 families, black out there.
Wow, 6.
Mm-hmm.
How tough was that? Being one of 6 black families in a...
Well, I don't think it was too bad, because like I said, I fought.
Did you have to fight often?
Quite often.
What were some of the fights about?
Calling me a nigger
Okay.
and with Joe Lewis and different stuff like that.
Wow.
And I can remember we was in I don't know what room you call it, we were at school, the library, I guess. And the girl, they had little black nigger babies then, liquid. And she said, oh, this looks just like Violet North. And I got up and went to fighting. I fought more than my brothers.
We'll touch a little bit more on that, I'm sure, during the course of this interview. But you had siblings? You had brothers and sisters?
I had 2 brothers.
Okay. And what were their names?
Marvin, Theodore Marvin Mouse,
Okay.
and Elwood Mouse Jr.
Okay. Okay. And so it was in your home, it was you, your parents, and your brothers. Okay, and that was up in Levittsburg. Do you recall how long you stayed in Levittsburg?
Well, till I got the girl married.
Oh, you were in Levittsburg until you got married. Okay. Okay. What year was that?
I'm trying to think now. I think it was, I don't know, it's in the 40s.
Okay, sometime in the 40s.
No, I got married for the 40s. I think I got married 1940.
Okay. All right. What did your father do? Yeah, you came here because of Republic Steel, so I take it he worked in the mills?
Mm-hmm.
What did he do?
Well, I don't know. whatever they had niggas doing.
Okay. Okay. And your mom, did she stay in the home or was
Yeah, she
she?
stayed at home.
Okay. What type of jobs did your brothers have?
Well, the one when he died, I think they both had been postmaster, not master, worked for the post office, and the one brother did autopsies or something like that.
Okay, pathologist.
Yeah.
Okay. And what type of work did you do growing up through the years? What were some of the jobs and positions that you held?
Well, like I said, World War II, I worked at Federal Machine and Welding. I ran the elevator. I was the only black that wasn't confined to downstairs. The other black they kept downstairs.
What was downstairs at the federal?
Well,
What were their jobs?
I forgot exactly what their jobs were, but there was a dirty group.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they had you running the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What was that experience like? Because I would imagine you encountered a lot of whites.
I did.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How were you treated doing the work that you?
Well, frankly, I was treated all right. I fought out there like a toy I used to fight. And I remember the one white the girls had wondered what nigga parked their car this close to mine. And I told her I'm that nigga.
Okay.
So she stuck a head in my car to kill me off, and I ran the window up on the nigga. So that was it.
Okay. Okay.
Of course, she had me arrested.
Okay. You were arrested?
Yeah, well, the next day when I went to work, the cops was there. But I was booked. I wasn't put in jail.
Okay. But
But when I got back to the plant, this one black girl, when the lady went to the bathroom, she come and told me she was in the bathroom, and I watched her door.
so you were afraid that something was. She was concerned that something would happen to you, so she was
No,
watching.
she was watching the door because I was going to jump on that white girl
Oh.
that had me arrested.
Okay.
I told you I fought, well, I grew up fighting.
Okay. And I understand that. I understand that. You mentioned something about welding.
That what?
Welding?
Yeah.
You were a welder?
Yeah.
Okay, how did that come about?
Well, I got a job out there, and I was small, and I would fit up under the barges. That was at American Welding, I think it's
So you did that. You ran the elevator. You also worked for the title department?
Mm-hmm.
Doing what?
Hmm.
Doing what?
Uh,
Just clerical?
Clerics.
And then what other types of jobs? Were there any other types of jobs you did? I think you mentioned the elections.
Well, I helped out at the election board, but I wasn't hired there, but I was hired at a probate court for a while.
Okay, and that was doing the titles. At probate?
That was what
Okay, what did you do at the probate court?
we paid. They paid your child support there, and you put down whether it was black or white that got married. In fact, because I had it with the boss on like black and white thing.
I'm going to get you back a little bit more to your family. Your parents. Actually, let me go back. Do you recall your grandparents?
Hmm?
Do you recall your grandparents? Who your grandparents were?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sylvester Jackson. And my grandmother's name was Victoria. And she was part Indian.
Okay, where were they from?
As far as I know, uh, he was in Virginia when the slaves were freed, whenever that was. And as far as I know, they came from Kentucky.
Okay, was it Victoria that came from Kentucky?
Yeah.
Okay.
And, well, he was down there too.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, was your grandfather, had your grandfather been a slave?
Then what?
Had he been enslaved? Was he a slave?
Until he was 15.
Did he ever talk about that experience?
You know, just said, well, he did, but I can't remember what all he said. Said it was 15 when they were freed.
Wow. Did he didn't relate to you or didn't talk about his experience having
No,
been
well, all I do know the reason. He ended up in Midland, PA. He killed a white man.
Okay.
See, that's all I know about that.
Did he say whose plantation he may have been on or
Mm-mm.
what his what his duties or what he was doing?
If he did, I can't remember.
Okay. And you said your grandmother, Victoria, was a Native American Indian?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Do you know what background, what tribe
What
she...
tribe? Yeah, I'm trying to think of what it was now. I forgot what tribe she belonged to.
Okay. Could it have been Sioux Indian?
Hmm?
Sioux Indian?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of. Oh, there they are.
Okay. Okay. Dashing picture.
Mm-hmm.
What do you remember about them?
Uh, they were nice to me. My grandfather didn't take a lot of mess.
Somehow I think it sounds like that ran in the family.
Well, it did.
Okay.
I just, well, one brother tried to be sort of my mother. They were raised, look out for me. And but the one brother was much older, but the other brother said, but she's the one that starts the fight. Mm-hmm. And all that stuff. Mm-hmm.
Your your family, was it really close? Was it a close family? Did you all do a lot of things together?
Yeah, well, they always went to church, or so I don't know. Well, I guess gardening and everything else, because like I said, it's stayed in Lewisburg. I don't remember nothing before I came from Midland.
Okay, because you were too young.
Mm-hmm.
So up in Leavittsburg, a lot of it was agricultural. Which church did you go to?
Second Baptist.
Okay, that's the one that's been around for since the 1890s, I
I've
believe.
been there ever since. That's the only church I've ever belonged
Okay, why you're still a member there? I
to.
don't
Mm-hmm.
know if you go regularly, but it's
Well, I don't go at all now.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
What kept you at Second Baptist? Why did you continue to go to that church?
I guess because of the Baptist, I don't know.
Your family's always been Baptist?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you basically were there from the time you came to this community.
Till now.
Okay. Okay. Did you have long church services? Were they short or
Well, I think they were regular, and we had BYTU and all that stuff.
were there any whites that regularly attended your church?
Mm-mm.
A lot of the churches were involved in various causes and issues during various points. Was your church active in like the civil rights movement or some of the other issues that faced African Americans that lived in this area?
Not a whole lot. They were in some things, but not everything.
Okay. You mentioned that you always ended up fighting.
Mm-hmm.
You always ended up fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh, my mother said, don't let them call you niggers and all that. That's like, mm-mm.
she felt very strongly about that.
That's right. Because she used to come to school, cook. I got paddles. Mm-hmm.
Were you paddled often?
Yeah, until she told me no more. Mm-hmm.
Okay. How long did you attend school? Did you graduate?
Yeah,
Okay. Uh, high school?
yeah.
Okay. Did you go to college or did you?
I attended uh, Wilberforce.
Wow. What was that like?
As far as I can remember, it's okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Was there any particular reason you went to Wilberforce? Because you're clear up in Levittsburg at the time, and Wilberforce is a little distance.
I know. Well, I don't know. I guess it's because that's the only one I knew or something. I don't know. And price-wise, I'm pretty sure. Mm-hmm.
When you were in school here, I take it you attended classes with whites?
Oh, yeah, always.
Okay.
In fact, I was the only one in the graduating class.
For Levittsburg.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Was there anything you disliked about school? Anything you liked that stands out, or anything that you really didn't like or care for?
Mm, I can't actually remember now. Mm-hmm.
Were your parents actively involved in your schooling? Did they go to
My
this?
mother did.
She did.
Mm.
Okay. Do you recall any of the things that she did to make sure that you were getting a good quality education?
Well, she always had to go to see about me anyway. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she was always there and she was always involved.
Mm-hmm.
Did your school teach any form of black history or?
No.
Yeah. And were you active in sports in any way, shape, or form? Or
Yeah, I was a good third baseman on the baseball team. Uh, I played basketball, but I was too short.
okay,
Uh-huh. And, I guess I ran on the relay team.
wow. So softball or baseball,
Mm-hmm.
basketball, and track.
Yeah.
So you did it all.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Very good.
Well, whatever they did, I did. Ride freight trains, everything.
Okay. Riding freight trains?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what was that like? Were you just going from point A to point B or
No, uh, it was, train tracks at back of us. the trains ran, and in fact, the worst husband I ever got in my life was my mother looked out the door, and I was hopping from one car to the other.
A little dangerous.
Mm-hmm. And we used to crawl under the trains going to school and everything. Gotta live across, from the school.
So that was how you got to school.
A lot of times instead of walking all the way around. Well, 'cause we would stay home till the first bell rang. And then every morning was running. Mm-hmm.
So if you didn't do that, was it, I take it was a long walk to get to school if you had to go around the train?
Yeah, well, I guess it really is something to walk a lot farther than that. Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, you would usually hold funerals out of the home.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, there would usually be funerals that would be held out of the home.
No,
Okay, you never had
no.
in your.
Never had a funeral. I had the body would lay in, at home overnight or something.
Okay, and people would come and pay respects to the
Yeah.
family. Do you recall any particular instances of that that stands out?
No, not really. I recall when my uncle died, they brought him home, and nobody was sleeping in the living room, 'cause the body was in there. Well, I did. And,
You did?
yeah, I wasn't scared or nothing. I was crazy. So that's all I remember. And I remember something had happened, I forgot what, and he had got this check. They asked the undertaker to go in his underwear and get it when he died, but they couldn't find it. Well, I can understand that. Mm-hmm.
They searched his underwear for a check.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was $10,000. I don't know whether it was a check or what. Mm-hmm.
That was relatively common. Did you have, was that how your parents' services started off, with them laying in state at the home?
Oh no, my parents died. My mother died in '81, and my father died in '82.
How old were they?
1995, I think. My grandmother was 105.
Mercy, longevity.
And my mother's cousin, Bo Beverly, went to a funeral about 3 or 4 years ago.
103. Wow. So your family has longevity, and it's,
Mm-hmm.
I, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
90, 98.
Okay. What are, because you've seen and experienced so much in your life over the years, what are some of the major things that stick out in your recollection about some of the things that you've experienced in your lifetime?
I can't remember. Oh, I know here in Mourne, it was prejudice. The black folks used to have to go in the cell at the courthouse. They're and everything. They had to go to the bathroom. And there's a little drug store. You had to stand at the window to order things, a window or something. You didn't go inside. And there was fridges at Christie's, 5 and 10 store. Mm-hmm.
All right, the colored restrooms and did you go through that whole thing with the colored restrooms, the colored drinking fountains?
I don't remember the drinking fountain. I just remember the black restrooms out in the courthouse. Mm-hmm.
That was during a time where that was pretty much the norm. Even though we're up north,
Mm-hmm.
that was a practice that continued up
Mm-hmm.
here.
That's right. It's about like in the theaters. You had to sit upstairs in the balcony. Mm-hmm.
From somebody that experienced that, how did that make you feel?
Bed. Well, uh, now Harrison Warren, well, one of my, well, one of the friends I had was white. And this one girl, her father was manager or something at Harrison Warren. And I could sit upstairs with them. I didn't have to sit, you know, sit down. Well, I could sit downstairs, but otherwise you had to go upstairs. Uh, at the Robbins Theater, you went upstairs, and at the Post. Hmm.
Where was the post?
The Post was a theater.
Okay.
Hmm.
I know later in life I believe you were involved in picketing different things in regard locations in regards to how blacks were treated.
Hmm.
Was it experiences like what you went through with the black restrooms and having to sit in the balcony? Were those things that got you motivated to be involved in trying to deal with
I
civil
think
rights?
so. And my mother didn't believe in that either. Hmm.
And so that was something that was transferred on to you.
Hmm.
What were some of the things that you
That I did.
did in regards to civil rights or in regards to trying to get different things struck down that were anti-black?
Oh yeah, well, uh, in the 5 and 10, I forgot how it was, because we had to fight for that. And I'm, oh, I forgot exactly what. But the courthouse, like I said, you could, whether they were colored or what. Mm-hmm. Could I fought for that. Mm-hmm. Just different things. Mm-hmm.
I take it you ran into a lot of resistance.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like?
Well, then that was just a part of life. Mm-hmm.
What,
And I can remember uh, I worked in the NAACP, and we were going to Columbus. We went to Columbus. They told us, whatever you do, stay on the main street. Don't go on the side street. And I always wanted a mint julep. I never had a mint julep. Still ain't had none. Uh, and I saw a sign. I got somebody, I forgot who it was, on the side street, said mint juleps. And I remember going in the bar or whatever it was, and they met us and said, we don't serve niggas in here. I said, and we don't eat them either, and we left running. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's what I seen. That's, mm-mm. And that, I'm trying to think the name of the place where I got married. I eloped. Got married where they had the white on the bathroom doors, white on.
Really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Was that, I take it that was here?
No, that was in Maryland, I think it was. Mm-hmm.
Okay, how did you meet your husband? Was he from here?
From here, yeah. Playing ball.
Playing ball.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, was he on the baseball team or?
No, but every evening is they went to a place on Pine Street, a baseball field, and different ones was down there. Mm-hmm.
What was his name?
William Clark.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do you recall about William? What made William special to you?
What made what?
What made William special to you? What caught your eye about William?
What? He didn't mind working. He always had a lot of money in his pocket.
Okay. And where did he work?
American. Well, no, was it American? Oh, what was the name of it?
Okay, was it the federal?
No.
Federal?
Mm-mm.
Okay. But he was always working.
Mm-hmm.
Was it steel related?
No, it wasn't steel mill. It was a federal machine and welding. He will.
I know for a period of time the welders, if you were black, there were times where you got some of the tough jobs.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Did he ever relay to you what it was like as a welder for him?
Uh-uh.
Okay, you pretty much knew because you were a welder at one point yourself.
Mm-hmm. During World War II. Mm-hmm.
And you worked on cars.
Cars.
What did you work on when you welded?
The boats.
The boats. For the military.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And see, didn't very many people fit in the barge. Mm-hmm.
And because of your stature and size, that made it easier.
Mm-hmm.
How long did you date your intended husband?
I was going with him before he went to service.
Okay.
And I married him when I come home.
So you eloped?
Mm-hmm.
You went to Maryland to get married?
Yeah, I'm trying to think the name of the place now. I forgot.
Okay.
Because they had white on the bathroom doors and all. Mm-hmm.
Why did you get married in Maryland and not here?
Well, by the time I got back home, I ought to have been there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Because I didn't go straight home or something. Mm-hmm.
All right.
And
your did your parents like your new husband?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Was there any tradition? It doesn't sound like there was any tradition of like jumping the broom or anything like that. It was a regular wedding.
Mm-hmm.
How long?
Well, it was regular. I don't know if it was regular or not, because my marriage license says white minister on it. Mm-hmm.
Well, that happened. Yeah, that happened. Okay. the I just have a couple more questions. You were involved with the NAACP.
I was secretary for a while.
Okay, what were some of the things that, while you were there, that the NAACP was involved in? What?
Was involved in swimming pool. 'Cause they had a little thing you could wade in for the black folks, and on Park Avenue. And we was involved in, let's see, Nigger Edwards, you remember him? Had him here. We had his brother here. And let's see, Nigger Edwards. And well, there was one more. I can't think of his name right now. But it was something else. In fact, we fought for clean the high school and all that stuff.
So the city schools, even though you all attended city schools, even though you had blacks that attended city schools, some of the titles like king and queen, those were pretty much unattainable during that time.
Yeah. But we start fighting for it, and I think, let's see, Beverly, was Elaine Johnson?
No, it was Beverly Keys.
Queen of,
Beverly Keys?
huh?
Beverly Keys?
No,
Oh,
no, she wasn't. It was, Vonnie Starger. What's her name?
Sandra Stargill's her name.
Sandra Stargell.
That's right.
Lived next door.
Okay.
No, the Keys wasn't. And they didn't go to one city school anyway.
Yeah,
Oh.
they did when they moved over here.
Okay. Okay. In this community, after how long did you and your husband live in Warren? Is that basically all of your married lives? Okay. So basically from the 1940s on. At some point from the 1940s on. Outside of swimming pool issues and school issues, were there other issues that faced blacks?
Yeah, what are normal things, you know.
Such as?
Where you had to get back. If you're black, you got back. If you're white, you was all right.
So that pretty much permeated every aspect of your life?
But no, not mine. Well, like I said, my early life was in Loversville and had no trouble.
Was it better when you moved to Warren? You still had issues, but was it better living in Warren as opposed to Leavittsburg?
Yeah, because, well, actually, I didn't know I was a nigger until I moved to Warren. Except when the kids from Warren come out there and started calling me a nigger.
So the pigs, clarification, the police? Or who were the pigs?
Who was that?
You said, who called you nigger?
Some of the kids, when they
Kids.
moved from Warren to
Okay.
Loversville.
Okay. Some of the kids. We're seeing a lot of voter suppression now. Was that something that you experienced? Were there ever issues where you went to try and vote and you were not allowed to vote?
Oh, no.
Okay, so you didn't have any problems with that. Were you a big newspaper reader? Did you follow the news, or didn't the newspaper really
Yeah,
matter?
I followed the news.
How did you usually get your news? Was it newspaper or was it television or?
But first it was newspaper. 'cause I forgot what year the television come in.
So it was basically the Tribune, the Warren newspaper. Do you recall any black newspapers?
Yeah. Was it the Calling Post?
Okay, out of Akron.
Yeah. And I think that was it.
Okay. Do you, during some of the different things going on, do you recall, were you involved in organizing protests or rallies or,
Yeah, when the Trumbull County APR was started in Minnesota.
it was?
Mm-hmm.
How did that come about?
I can't think of the man's name. From team, I don't know, but it was organized right in Minnesota. Mm-hmm.
My goodness.
Mm-hmm.
What was the purpose of APRI, A. Philip Randolph?
Yes, well, that was fighting segregation and other stuff. Mm-hmm.
Did the local chapter start because you felt you could do more with it as opposed to the NAACP, or did those two organizations work hand in hand?
Well, I think it was the more the merrier.
And why was that? Were there certain things about APRI that would appeal to different people that might not want to be involved with the NAACP, or
Oh, I guess not. I guess so. I don't know.
transportation? Buses and public, did you ever have to deal with public transportation?
Yeah, from Leavittsburg to Warren, and well, when I was younger, catch a freight train, and yeah, that's it.
Did you ever experience incidents of discrimination while you were on public transportation, like if you were riding the bus?
I don't think so. Because, like I said, the only way I ride the buses, when we live in Leavittsburg, I had to be on the 9 o'clock bus or something, going back home. So, no, not really.
Did you ever experience the whole issue of sundown towns? Areas where you couldn't be at after dark?
Mm-mm.
That was something that you didn't experience. Okay. Did you have people that were involved in the civil rights here that you looked up to? Were there any people that came before you that you looked up and admired what they did when it came to fighting?
No, because, let's see, Ada Bell, I can't think of her last name now, Vernon, she was the first black in the courthouse, but you couldn't tell her from white. Mm-hmm. And, so not really.
Was that something that always was an issue? Was if you were fair complected, it was easier?
Yeah.
Were there times where that may have helped you, do you think, or
No,
were
but
you
my
considered
complexion got me nowhere.
okay, you were considered a little too dark? Okay.
But I had the nerve to try, 'cause I even ran for queen of high school.
You did. What was
Mhm.
that like?
Something else. There was a mess. 'Cause the few black was there, let's see, that went to high school was my brother, Lee Washington, and one Collins girl. And we was in the whole high school. They tried to talk me out of it. No, I almost tried. My mother tried to talk me out of it.
That seems like that is your spirit.
Huh?
That seems like that's your spirit. You're always fighting and struggling to do.
Mm-hmm.
Were there times where you regretted being so forward?
No. I think I got that from my mother and grandfather.
I don't think we've really spoken about your mother. We've spoken about your grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
And you said your mother was Native American Indian.
My grandmother.
Your grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
What was your mother? Who was your mother?
Who was she?
Mm-hmm.
Lenore S. Moss.
Okay.
Sylvester Moss.
Okay. What was she like?
Let's see, she was light brown skin. She was yellow and her father was black. And, well, she had a lot of nerve. Didn't mind saying whatever she had on her mind.
Is that where you get yours from?
I guess so. Yeah, and, well, we were taught not to treat her to all this other mess. So, yeah. I think my brother was the best one in the bunch.
How so?
He was easygoing.
Is there anything else you want to share? Is there anything about some of your experiences or some of the different things that you did in your life that you want to share?
I can't really think of it. Probably I might think after you leave, but I can't think of right now. Because I could tell you. Let's see. We had 3 black cleaners. No, was it 3? Yeah. No. 2 black cleaners. Johnson and Allen.
And you mentioned something about a black beautician
New mortician.
that did your hair.
They did my hair.
Atwater's.
I went to Atwater School.
Okay, Atwater School.
That was in Pearl of Sharon.
Was that a high school or?
No, it's just a black. Well, we carried sometimes in the winter we carried a lump of coal
Okay.
to keep warm.
Okay, so Atwater's was a beautician school.
Yeah, it was a village school.
Okay. And you had to carry a lump of coal so that.
Sometimes.
I can't imagine having to carry a lump of coal.
Help keep warm.
Okay. And I just want to just double check and go back to some of the civil rights activities. I know that the APRI started here, and you were involved in the NAACP. But were there any other organizations that you were involved in, whether or not they were civil rights or not?
Oh, no, just social club, something like that.
Do you recall any of the names of some of the social clubs? Or what did they do?
Warren Civic League, you heard of that?
Correct.
I was a charter member of that, although they don't have a record of it here. But I think the one that did it, she didn't know. but I was a charter member of that, and yeah, well, that's the only one I guess. Mm-hmm.
All right. I want to thank you so much. This has been very eye opening.
Mm.
Your experiences.
Well, I'm sorry I didn't know more.
You knew a lot.
Mm.
You knew a lot. I really want to thank you so much for your time and everything you've contributed to this community.
Mm. Mm. Well, thank you're welcome.
Okay, I'm getting a question. March on Washington. Did you participate in the March on Washington?
Yeah, I was there.
You were there.
Mm-hmm.
Why was it important to be there?
Uh, well, they were at the height of our civil rights movement, and young son of Moore heard a boat. I mean, a bus. Mm-hmm.
What was that experience like?
It was really something. Uh, Nate Jones, let's see, you ever heard of him?
Oh, yes.
Uh, mm, Breckenridge, I went, I'm trying to think, Stepney Gales, and all, but you, you could lay on the grass and go to sleep with your purse and nobody bothered. Mm-hmm. But that was something. I was on the first one and the second one.
That had to have been an experience.
It was. I heard the teacher had a dream.
Um, that actually brings up a question. They say that you remember what you were doing when certain things happened. What do you recall when you found out that Martin Luther King was killed?
I don't remember exactly what I was doing with him. Mm-mm. In fact, I was trying to think, what was I doing? When Kennedy got, not Kennedy, was it Kennedy?
Yeah.
Yeah, got killed.
Wow. March on Washington. And you went to the one in 64, and then did you go later? You said two.
Well, yeah, I went to the first one, which was different from the second one. But I went to the second one too.
Naturally, it was different.
Mm-hmm.
It was different.
Because, we heard the dream, but it seemed like everybody got together, black and white. Mm-hmm.
With what you see now in society, I guess, what are your feelings? Are you concerned about the way things are going? Are we pulling away from each other as just people?
Black, yeah, but well, the young folks don't even care what's happening. They just ain't learning nothing. It's dope and shoot and all that mess. Mm-hmm. But they don't know nothing else. Don't know how hard it was, or all that stuff.
That's a big part of the reason we're doing this, is because a lot of the younger generation have no idea of what people your age went
Went
through.
through. I have no idea what, for me. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know.
Hopefully we'll get it turned around.
Mm?
Hopefully we'll get it turned around.
Mm. I hope so. Where everybody's equal.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Thank you very much.
Mm.